All right. It's that time. It's time for Beyond Sight and Sound. Let's do this.
Hey boys and girls, we are going to talk about S&W shooters and prospectors. What is S&W shooters and prospectors?
We at S&W Shooters and Prospectors help people find treasure.
Did you say treasure?
Yes, treasure. Just listen to this amazing review from our happy customer, Jackie Sparrow.
Chocolate ship-shape and a pleasure to deal with. I was able to buy everything that I needed at prices that were shillings less than others. I found my 9 pieces of 8 in no time. Savvy?
I know you're asking yourself, why should I shop at S&W Shooter and Prospectors?
Chuck Smalley has over 45 years of metal detecting experience. He works with each customer one-on-one to customize their setup to match their skill level.
So if you always dreamt of being a pirate, contact Chuck at S&W Shooters and Prospectors and he'll take a great deal for you.
Eye-patch and rum not included.
Caution. Please do not operate motor vehicles or power equipment while under the influence of this show. Listening to this show could cause side effects such as bouts of laughter, violent binges of cabin fever, and even dreams of silver and gold. Please be advised. Now that the fine print is out of the way, on with the show.
All right, we're back, we're live. I see everybody dropping into the chat. Got a lot going on tonight, definitely. And I feel like I've been away for quite a while because, once again, all the names in the chat look alien almost to me with the way YouTube has done things. But that's the way it goes. We'll just welcome everybody that's dropping into the chat. How's that sound? So welcome aboard to everyone. I don't know. That way I don't have to try to pick names out tonight. And we'll get back over here to this screen. And I think Chuck's floating around somewhere in the dark here. There he is. Yeah, there he is.
How goes it tonight, Josh?
All right. We've had a lot going on since we were on the last time.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, first off, I should mention, because I did not mention that it was coming up the last time we were on the air, but the Marine Corps celebrated its 250th birthday. So, hoorah.
Hoorah to all our buddies out there.
Happy birthday to all the Marines.
Happy birthday to you. Once a Marine, always a Marine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my son was in the Marines, and he goes to their parties, but this year it was on a Monday, and he had to be working. And he said, I'm not partying with the boys.
Yeah, they
party.
You've not seen a party till you've seen a Marine birthday party.
I went down with him the one year. He said, "Come on, go to the party with me." I said, "Well, that's for you guys." He said, "Nope, I can bring you." I was going home damaged.
They do it up.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
They do it up, but
they reminded me 6,000 or 7,000 times they were born in a tavern.
That's right. Yep. Work hard, play hard.
Tons Tavern.
And then on another note, today the U.S. Mint pressed its last penny. After more than 200 years, the U.S. Mint has now ceased minting pennies.
Yep. I'd like to have one of those pennies that says last one minted on the case it's in.
Right? Yeah. It would be neat.
Yes,
it would be neat. And before we get Randy in, Dennis has got the spot price in the chat.
Yep.
Gold's $4,212.90. Silver is $58.44.
Yep.
58? No. Wait a minute.
53.
Yeah, 53.44. Yep. I'm like, wait a minute, something ain't right there. I had my eyes crossed. I don't know. But so it's making a nice recovery.
Yes. Oh, gangbusters.
Yeah.
And I hope that the final
and currently it's 42.14.40 and 53.52. And I'm sure Ohio Relic Hunters got in the chat what lead and iron's got going on. Yeah. So, year-end wrap-ups. We had been mentioning that the last time we were on the air. And the other night I got a message from Randy, says, "Hey, I'm game for that."
There you go.
All right. Well, let's do that. So we've got Randy DeMario on tonight to talk detecting and year-end wrap-up, some of the things that he's found. He had sent me a photo the other night. I didn't put it with the post because I wasn't sure if he would be okay with me using that or not. And the photo, if I would have just put it in the post without any explanation, it would have been a little deceiving because there's more than just this year's finds in that photo. But every below the bracelet in the photo is from this year. And man, he's got a pile. He's got a pile of stuff. He's been on fire. Doesn't see the Manicore, the XP.
Yeah.
He does good where he's at. That Parkway's paying off nicely for him. So you think we should get him in here?
Well, the last vote is going, guys. Barb said there's 100 senators to go yet. So we'll see how it goes. Let's get the country rolling again, or at least flying.
Yeah. So you think we ought to go ahead and get Randy in?
Oh yeah, bring him on. Let's talk.
All right.
Let's talk all his $50 that he got.
Oh yeah, I mean, Six Walkers. He's doing all right.
Yeah, he's been hammering.
Definitely. Yeah, he's doing very well for himself.
Yeah.
So we'll get him in here. And let's see, there he is.
Hello, everyone. How are we tonight?
All right.
All right, sir. All right.
Everybody dug out of the snow?
Yeah, well, they didn't get some of them didn't get that blessing you got of the snow.
Right. Yeah, I assure you, I did no digging. I just let the weather melt it.
I had to do that, but it's gone today, and tomorrow I'll be back out hitting my parkway.
There you go.
Right.
There you go.
See if you can't hit another walker.
Yeah. Now I got a question for Randy.
Okay, fire.
On your walker, I'm sure you found some with both machines, the XP or the Manicore.
Yes.
All right. How many did you find with the Manicore versus the XP or vice versa?
2 with the Manicore and 4 with the Deus.
There you go. Did you
But to
find
be
the 4?
fair,
Both.
he's had more time with the Deus.
Yes, that I must say. I've had 2.5 years with the Deus and a month and a half with the Manicore. So,
right.
but VDI wise, identical 95s on both machines.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Nice. That makes it easier to go back and forth between machines.
Yeah. The VDIs are very close on the 2 machines. Yeah. Little bit of a difference, but not when you get to the bigger silvers. They were both 95s.
Cool. Now, did you find were like some on edge or were they all kind of flat?
That 36 that I found was on edge. I mean, that thing, when I dug the plug, you could see it standing right on the side. I mean, I just missed it with the shovel. But it was pasted to the side wall, practically standing straight up and down.
Dodged a bullet there.
Yeah, I did. I did not touch it, but I cleared enough of the dirt away just to see it there.
Well, that's a nice run of walkers. You know, if you find 1 or 2 in a year, that's a blessing. When you get a half a dozen of them, that's cool.
That's the most I've ever found in a year. Yeah.
You know, some people would tell you, Randy, that's a heck of a problem to have.
Yes.
But you know what's funny is I was talking to my buddy because he's like, man, you got a contract with them things. You know, here's the crazy thing. We find these things from barbers all the way up.
Yep.
And I started working when I was 16 years old. I don't ever recall having a $50 in my pocket as change.
And you're going, so where are all these things coming from?
Well, it must have been very, very popular because I don't ever recall having one. In my pocket as change, no. I don't know. Kind of crazy.
Well, we used to go over,
when you put it that way.
Back when I was a kid, on Saturday mornings and Sunday mornings, there was a bar out here on Route 84. At that time, it was Route 80. It was called the Oasis. And Skip and I'd ride over, and we'd haul out garbage, clean, and sweep. And it didn't take us a long time, but he paid us with a $50 each and a Coca-Cola.
Wow. Yeah.
I always remember getting that half, bringing it home and setting it aside and save them up. And I remember getting once in a while a pretty smooth barber half.
I've yet to find one of them.
If you're finding old walkers, there's got to be an old slick barber hanging around somewhere.
I'm hoping so. That's one coin that's on my bucket list.
Keep looking, Randy. They're out there. At one point, that was the only silver half I could find was barber halves.
Wow.
Yeah, a heck of a problem.
Yeah. And I have a buddy of mine who hunts in Cedar Lake, The first coin he found in the lake was an 1853 seeded half.
Nice.
Nice.
Really?
What a
Yeah,
way to start.
he said that was the first coin he got out of that lake.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good. That's wow. That's fun.
I've taken a couple barbers out of there. I've taken a lot of mercs out of there. Washington quarters. That lake's old. It's been around a long, long time. The one
yeah.
guy said
Yeah. So is
one
ours.
guy found arrowheads in his scoop one time.
Ooh.
I guess the Potawatomi
Nice.
Indians settled there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool to look
Nothing.
down and see.
Yeah.
Yep, haven't gotten one of those either.
Well, I've gotten seeded halves, but they're few and far between.
Oh, I could imagine so.
The first one I found was down in they were tearing out a sidewalk, and they went in and tore out gravel, and they were getting the sidewalk relaid and cement into this 1850s home. And we got permission to detect the whole site. And it was Saturday. They weren't working on the sidewalk. It was tore out. That was one of the first tear outs I did. And I went in on the edge of the gravel, got a nice hit, started pulling it back, went down a little bit further, and just below the gravel line was the first I think it was in 1857. I think it's still downstairs, seated half.
Awesome. That is great.
That
I
would
love
be a
tear
nice
outs.
one to find.
I did have it very interesting because I'm very good at finding foreign coins. I'll say that. And out of this parkway, I found a big copper. And I thought, boy, I finally found my first large cent. I started cleaning that thing off, and 1857. I'm like, wow. Bank of Upper Canada.
Nice.
Oh,
a penny.
There you go.
Yep.
I'm like, are you kidding me? Because earlier in the spring, I was hunting a park here in Hammond. I had an iffy signal on the dais. I went down, I dug up the clump, I got the pile out, and it was, looking at it, was an 1861 Italian 5-cent piece.
Ha!
And I go
Cool.
in the hole with the pinpointer and I get another signal. So I pull that out and it was a 1909 Canadian large cent.
You're just all over the board.
I'm like, how could these two coins end up in the same hole? Unreal. Yeah. I've got them from South Africa. I found a penny. I found a quarter from Morocco. Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
Now,
yeah, odd coins.
is this on a beach type area, or is this on
No, one was a park in Hegwish, was where I took the 25 centimi Morocco coin and the South African penny I found. Those were at a park in Hegwish. It's like a southeast suburb of Chicago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's as far as to Chicago. I would love to hunt the Chicago parks, but I do a lot of hunting alone, and
Yep.
I just don't feel like buying my machine from a pawn shop.
Yeah, some of them parks may not be the best spot to hunt alone.
No.
No.
I've hunted those parks.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
I know there's one big one that I would love to go to. They always host them riot fests and stuff in there, the music one.
Oh, yeah?
Is it Douglas Park?
I have no idea.
I heard Alan mention it once. Alan mentioned it. But like I say, the only way I would go up into the city.
Right. Yeah. Alan would know better than me.
Would be if I had a group to go with. I don't want to take a chance going alone.
Mm.
Yeah. When we were hunting them, there were 3 or 4 of us in a group.
Yeah.
Especially right now.
And actually now is the time if you want to go. I guess now would be the best time too. You know, there would be a lot less traffic in the park now.
That could be. That could be.
I miss my water hunting. I miss going in the water.
There you go.
Yeah, you were tearing it up pretty good in the water this summer too.
Boy, I had a good year on rings. Man, the rings I found. I want to say I took all of the silver that I have, rings, medallions, a couple bracelets, and I think it was 8 ounces that it all totaled up to.
Wow.
That's a lot of silver when you consider a ring isn't that much.
No.
So, yeah, I mean, if you found a silver ring that was, 1/4 ounce, it was chunky.
Yeah. That one bracelet I found was really nice. I think it was called a Cuban link. It's a real heavy bracelet. It was a silver one. That one's really nice.
Cool. Have you? Do you have a gold test kit?
Yes, I do, but I don't have the gold test box to hold everything. I keep it in the box that I got it with.
Oh well, yeah. I'm just saying.
But yeah, I have a test kit. Yeah.
Yeah, I've dug a couple. What I called heavy silver, and then ended up the other day. I was going through rings and stuff. I'm sending in. I'll send it down to Florida because Midwest Refineries is now in Florida. And I thought, well, I'll do a scratch test on it. It's pretty chunky. And it's 18 karat white gold.
Wow. No marking inside, huh?
Just made in Turkey.
Wow. Okay.
So since you're on the foreign coin trail, you might get some of that gold out of the Middle East. And their markings are vague anyway. You gotta kind of look them up. It's worth testing them all.
That was the issue I had with that ring that I found, that big chunky. It was only 10 karat on the outside of it, but it turned out to be from that A.I.P Barton jeweler. And it turns out that him and his daughter were on the Titanic when they came back home, and she made it and he didn't.
Oh.
And she ended up running the business, kept it going until around 1950. And then they said she passed away in like 1985 or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But that had all kinds of different markings. None of the jewelers here knew what it was.
No, there's a lot of that stuff that gets found. And
yeah, I actually got more help off of Facebook putting it out there, taking the picture inside the ring, and a lot of people then knew exactly what it was. Yeah, cool. But they said you couldn't date it because the markings, somehow they didn't keep a ledger for dates of rings when they were made.
Not like Tiffany.
It's a pretty cool find though.
No.
Pretty cool.
Most definitely. That's good. You had a good season.
Yeah, I did. I had a real good run. Now I gotta wait for the weather to warm up, get the people back in the water.
There you go. Now I got another question for you.
What's that?
On the Manicore and the Deus, do you go out and say, well, I'm hunting with the Deus today? And that's it, or you swap your machine around constantly? What are you doing?
I will take them both. I have the Deus backpack, and I can crunch the Manicore down to fit in the backpack. And I can hunt with the Deus. And if I want to switch, I take the Deus, put it in the backpack, pull the Manicore out.
There you go.
I try to give fair time to both of them.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, and that Manicore does collapse down pretty small.
Oh, yeah, it'll fit right in that bag. It'll fit right inside the bag.
Good.
And just carry it on your back.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the car getting popped then.
I like having both of them. Both are running 9-inch coils on them.
Yep.
Yeah.
How you like that M9 coil?
I like it. I like it, especially the Parkway, because the Parkway is kind of trashy with a lot of aluminum cut up cans and stuff.
Yeah.
And it'll work in between a lot of that. I have found a couple of silvers with it that were sitting 2 inches away from a big chunk of can slaw, but yet it'll pick it out of there. Yeah.
Cool.
I like the 9-inch.
Good.
Nothing wrong with that.
I like it very much too. And as we discussed earlier, not on the show, but that program that's in Andy's book with the going to the high conductor field mode in that, it's killer. With that M9 on there, it just lit that thing up unbelievably.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to either send that to me in Messenger or something, just the settings.
Yep.
Because I would like to put that in and give it a try.
Well, he's got a whole page that just breaks it down. I can shoot a picture for you. You blow it up, and you got the whole page.
Oh, that'll work great. Yeah. Yeah.
So, or sell you the book.
I will buy a book. Yeah.
Or both.
I'm just teasing you. I want to see your thoughts on that after using it with your Manicore.
I will say now that, I've been at it a little bit with both of them, and I got to say, I probably give the edge to the Manicore for depth a little tiny bit. I think it is a little deeper.
Mm-hmm.
I think it got a little depth on it. As far as the machines go, I would put them 1 and 1A. I mean, they're so close to each other that
Good.
You can't separate the two of them. I don't think so. Maybe when you get to the gold, like you up in Alaska, then yeah, the Deus probably falters a little bit.
Well, it does. The Deuses that have been brought up there have kind of failed in that region. But I know another gentleman that goes over across the state to a place called Chicken and the gold mining up in that area. And he's done pretty well in the soil around Chicken, which is totally different than what we've got 500 miles away in the Nome area.
Okay. I wonder if somebody would try with the HF coil up there by you and see if that would work.
There's that possibility. There's that possibility.
Yeah.
Now, George had his high frequency coil with him last year, and he didn't really score too much gold. I don't think he got any with the Deus.
Ouch.
So,
boy, and with that coil, that was supposed to be the evener, I guess. That's what they were saying when they were.
Yeah. But did he have it set up right? I don't know.
Well, yeah.
That kind of stuff. It all plays into it.
Right.
And that's not coin hunting either. That's totally different animal.
That's a whole different story. And I've been watching a lot of guys out Southwest using this new 2000 And like Dave Durboff, I know Dave, and he said that's become his go-to favorite toy. He's been digging, oh yeah, and he's showing the pieces that thing's hitting 3 inches deep are fly specks of gold. And I'm talking tiny stuff.
Wow.
So, and the 2000 is supposed to be able to get more depth than the 1000. It's stable. It's easy to run just like the other one. And he's pretty, if you go to Gold Bay or go on to YouTube to Gold Bay or Dave Durboff, and you can watch his videos. He's good at what he does.
Oh, I'm sure there's a knack to detecting that stuff.
Yeah.
Got to be even harder when you do get it out of the hole to find it.
Well, on that little stuff, it is. What he does is he'll separate back and forth, get it down to a point, throw it in a pan. Sometimes pan some of that tiny stuff. He couldn't believe the size of tiny, tiny specks that this thing will pick up.
Wow. Well, and I guess
I'd rather pick those ones up like this, and I'm going, I can see you.
Oh, yeah,
right?
if I get one like a softball, I'd be happy.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong when you can find it like that.
Nope. That's good stuff. But we had some nice ones come up last year in the 40 and 50 gram range. I didn't get over what I got last year. My biggest last year was 8 grams.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, I got an 8 and a couple 5s and several 1 to 2 gram ones detecting. And then we ran slick plate. We all got 11 or 12 grams each. I think it was. Maybe Dennis can put that in there. A gold off the slick plate. We didn't do too bad. So it was a lot of fun.
Cool.
But
yeah,
getting back to you and the difference, do you find on the DS versus the Manicore, we're talking differences, do you have to play with any settings all the time on either machine to keep it where you want it?
Not at all.
Good.
Not at all.
Dennis
Not
has
when you
got in
do
the
play
chat 11.8, Chuck.
Okay. I stand corrected by 200th of a gram. Or something like that. 2/10. Yeah, we did good.
Yeah, no, I don't have any problem having to mess with either machine. I'm keeping
Good.
that sensitivity on the Manicore between 19 and 21. And it's
where I run it on mine most of the time.
It's very stable. From what I was watching on the videos, they were pretty much saying the stabilizer, MindLab says, don't even bother with it. From what I've been hearing, some of the videos that I watched, that MindLab doesn't even want you to use the stabilizer, but I haven't had a need for it.
Okay.
So, the stabilizer filter, I don't do nothing with, and I run all metal. I don't light up the horseshoe, as they say. I don't discriminate that way.
Okay.
Like I said, with that program that I tinkered with the Deus, I'm trying to transfer that over to the Manicore, and that's done with tone breaks, where I'm breaking the tones and what pitch I'm giving them.
There's a lot of that on that one in that Savage book.
Okay. But yeah, I've been trying that because I don't try anything, I guess. I'll figure it out sometime, maybe.
Well, you ain't doing bad with it.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I will say this. for the first month of owning the Deus 2, I came close to putting it in a dumpster. I think the second time out with the Manicore, I found silver. So,
Okay.
Yeah, maybe straight out of the box, the two machines, I would big edge to Mine Lab on that straight out of the box.
They've always been a good out of the box unit.
Yeah.
Yes, they have.
Now, the ones that were grabbing the PI machines, there's a little more on those 2200 up to do with it, but not difficult. And the 4500, the 5000, that kind of stuff. Yeah, you had to do a little learning curve.
I was looking at that CTX 3030. And I think I watched 2 videos and I thought to myself, you got to be a computer scientist to run that thing.
You know, those were good machines.
Yeah,
they still are.
Machines. I'm sure they are, but I'm looking at everything on it and I'm like, it would take you a year to figure half of it out.
Well, they put us, when they came out, they grabbed select dealers, and you did a week with Mine Lab learning these, and they took several of us and sent us around the country to teach other dealers. And yeah, we even had kind of like tests at the end of the day. Actually, it was like 3-day class. But then I went and spent a week in Georgia with the guy that was one of the designers of that unit, Greg Johns from Australia. Went down to Georgia and taught all the Southeast guys. And I went down into Florida and taught some of them. And I like that unit. That's a hell of a machine.
When I had a discussion, a good sit down with Merrill from Detecting New York City.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
At Digfest, we were talking, and I had just watched his video where somebody loaned him a 3030. He decided to take it out without ever once looking at the manual. And I mean, we sat there talking to each other, and I was, talking about that video. And he was like, that was the worst thing I could have ever done. He said, I didn't even look at the manual. He said it took him 10 minutes to figure out how to turn it on. Yeah, he said, boy, was that a complicated machine.
But it really wasn't. It just broke things down. And a lot of there's a fair amount of stuff transferred over right now from the CTX to the Manicore.
Who was I think it was Merrill that was saying he thought it was a marriage between the 800 and the 3030 that made the Manicore.
A little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's what he thought it was. A little bit of both.
Yep.
Brought in.
So he came out to the hunt there up in Wisconsin. Was that Digfest? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had a long conversation with him a couple times. And he seems like he's pretty happy with what he's doing for Deus. And we'll see how it goes for him.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he's got a nice setup there. That's a good gig with XP.
Yeah.
He's been to France I think he's been to the building where they make everything.
Oh.
I think.
He has.
I was talking to him about that, and he said it's amazing that everything is done in one building. Incredible. I mean, make coils, everything in that one building.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. We'll give it a shot tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm hoping to get out a little bit there this weekend and do a little digging. We got moisture now, and that always helps.
Oh, yes, yeah. I was actually thinking about maybe Saturday going to a beach and doing some dry sand hunting. There's a beach out here, West Beach, that I didn't go there at all this year.
Oh,
I don't think there's been very many guys out there.
yeah.
So I mean, I could do some dry beach and see what's the usual ones I go to where I'm pretty sure I'm the only guy that hunts them. I know the shores are pretty well cleaned up there. The dry sand's pretty clean.
I should be going down. There's one lake that probably in drawdown now. They draw it down quite a ways, and I've hunted that before and done okay. Done okay.
I want to try field hunting. Never done that.
Oh,
no,
I've never.
you got to get out and try that, Randy.
Yeah,
Yep.
I've never done field hunt. I think that would be awesome.
It can be.
Yes, it can be.
Yeah.
I turn when I'm out on a new field. I just turn on all metal mode and start looking. And if I start finding a lot of iron signals, try to see where it starts and stops, then I start digging them, and I'll dig some iron purposely to see what it is. And the nails will date the building that may have been there. And if you can work out where that building was, then you start making some pretty good finds.
So do you use the old maps then to find out where the sites were?
Yeah. Now your old maps, they're good to tell you there was a site there, but they're not always accurate on. You can do and Frank's this map Rika where it overlays new and old. Well, sometimes it'll show this building on that old map, and it could be a mile off either direction.
Wow.
Yeah, it depends on how accurate you are placing your pins, not to mention the fact that sometimes the cartographers were just pretty well lit.
Yeah. So, yes, but there are so many features now that you can put on phones with apps. If you're needing to find ownership, you put on X, and that's a hunting app, but it'll show you current owners' names of the property you may be on to help you get the owner to get permission.
Wow. Okay.
Or even Regrid. Regrid will do that too.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. That's good.
So,
I look into.
but out further east, and if any of you guys follow Portal Hoarder, they go up into Massachusetts. They, the earliest of our country, and they get coins back into the 1700s, and even some, yeah. And that is England-esque type fishing, dirt fishing. They find some old stuff.
Oh yeah.
I think on Tuesday's video, he had the Green Mountain guy up with him.
Yes.
Brad.
Yeah. Yeah. The only Deus user up there. All them guys are Nocta users.
Right.
Right. And they do pretty well.
Yeah, oh yeah, they do. Well, that.
The whole key to it isn't necessarily what company. It's what you decided to buy, learn the machine and what it's telling you and how to adjust it for the conditions you're hunting in, you'll win.
Very much so.
So
I agree with that 100%.
I mean, we've talked about this before. I've seen guys with an Ace 250 just smoking it, just tearing it up with guys with $1,000 machines standing there hardly getting anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have the best equipment money could buy in the world, but if you don't know what it's telling you,
that's right.
Not going to do real hot.
Yep. And Tim, or Illinois Digger, and he says about all he does anymore is field. And I'm not far from it. And he goes to the high ground and listens for irons, because most places were built up on the high ground in those fields. Not all. And goes after it. Then we got, I don't think Kevin's on tonight. He and Clay are big field hunters, and they travel all over the flatlands of central Illinois and get on. They look at the old map, find the churches, the schools, the old farms, and go to the farmers and say, hey, there was a farm over here. Would you mind if we detect? And they get on. And they do rather well.
That would be cool.
It is. It's a lot of fun.
That would be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I would imagine a lot of relics too.
Oh, we were hunting with them a couple weeks ago. I got relics. I got an axe head. I gave it to Frank because he wanted it. About a 6-pounder.
Wow.
I wouldn't want to carry that thing around in my pouch.
I wouldn't want to carry it around, and I sure wouldn't want to be splitting logs with it.
That was a big axe. So he was going to try and stabilize it and clean it up a little bit. I said, I could put it in the pile with my 2 or 3 others that I found. But you want it? And he said, yep. So he took her. We weren't that far from the vehicle. We weren't a mile out or anything like that. So he took it over and put it in his car, or back of the truck. He took that home with him. So, but we did find a lot of relics.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yep. So, but you don't get bothered while, if you're along a busy highway, that first 50 yards of field, and it drops off. First 50 feet. The highway trash and cans and bottles and stuff is, but that's a good place to work if there was a site there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that is something I've always wanted to try.
And you just never know. You get into the right field, you'll be pleased.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, I see those guys get where there used to be old schoolhouses and stuff there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's some really cool stuff to be found.
Yeah. I've got a permission near me that's got a couple of fields on it, and the last time we were out near there, we dipped into the field for maybe an hour or so, and we only found 3 coins.
Cool.
It was a V-nickel, a barber half, and a KG2 copper.
They're pretty nice coins.
Right. That's why I say I'll take quality over quantity any day.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Something like that.
I mean, if you're going to go out and you're only going to find 3 coins, well, that ain't a bad day.
No, not at all. Aside from the V-nickel, the other 2 would be bucket listers for me.
Right. Yeah, you can't turn them down. Get them when you can.
Yep.
No. So they're fun to hunt. I know in through the field that we've been hunting pretty steadily in the past few years. We've taken thousands of coins and tokens and stuff out of the field. 3-4 of us regularly hunting. And I have gotten 6 half dimes out of 2 fields in the past year and a half.
Wow. My brother
dating
got
back
one.
to my earliest is 1838.
Wow.
And I
Yeah.
can tell you on the Manicore, it's gotten a couple of those half dimes relatively deep. Repeatable 68, 69, you better dig it because that's a half dime.
Oh, so if I'm not mistaken, wasn't that about what an Indian head comes in at too on the Manicore?
No,
When I
well,
was,
the Indian Head series,
It
post
depends on the
1900,
alloy.
post 1900 to 1909, and then 1899 back to 1800. You can look it up in the coin books. They changed the copper composition as it went along. So Indian heads can read 1 to 2 points different by the date range. Then if you go back to the fatties, they're way low because they're 50% nickel,
Yeah.
whatever.
now on the
So,
days too, they'll be 83, 84.
oh yeah, I
Yeah.
think I'm running a little lower on some of them. I think I'm like 78 to 80, something like that. But now I've switched to using this high tone setup, this one that's in the book there, the high, how's that stated? But anyway, it's cherry picking mode basically. That's changed a number 1 or 2 points.
Oh,
High conductor.
okay. So there's a difference between all
There,
terrain generals, VDI, and
there is on that one because if you're just picking the high conductors, I've noticed it is like a couple points higher, and that was on dimes, on silver dimes, and a war nickel was a little higher. I found a 44p, and it read a couple points higher than I can remember.
okay.
So we'll see how that does. And that may be me messing around with it because I didn't follow the book 110%.
All right. But it sounds like it's working for you.
It is.
Yeah.
And
At least
I'd
the
love
last
to
few
give it a
outings
try.
were real good.
That's the one thing, that's one of them that I never kicked over to high conductors on the Manicore. And now I see I need to give that a try.
So, yeah, I'm going to be messing around, see if I can find something next couple days.
Emery says he's gotten Indians with the Manicore anywhere from 40 to 60.
Yep.
Depending on the year, obviously.
Okay.
Now, Emery's running some differences on his, and I'm trying to remember what some of them were, but I know they do a lot of all metal hunting too.
I just wish I would have had a little more time to talk to him at Digfest about the Manicore.
Yeah, it seemed like that Big Fest went too fast, didn't it?
Yeah, he gave me some good pointers and helped me out. I just wish I would have had more time to sit there with him and
pick his brain a little more.
Yep.
Because him and his buddy Clay, they seem like they both know that machine real well.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
And I'm open to learning.
Oh, yeah. Well, you get some that set up some things to their advantage. They understand what they're doing and they knock it out of the park. Then you get some that shouldn't be touching anybody else's machine.
Yeah, I've ran into a few of them.
So, yeah, Emery just told you you can get together anytime you want, Randy.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay. I got this. There's no way I could read chat on this phone. I mean, it is so small in the bottom right corner. I couldn't see it so I'm missing all the chat. I hope nobody, I have no idea if anybody's asking questions or anything like that.
Well, so far, any of them that I've seen, we've kind of caught, like Emery had asked early on, if you could compare one machine to the other, if there was one you prefer, but we kind of covered that with what Chuck was asking.
I would say right now, if it came down to it, I would have to go with the Deus, and only because I've had the Deus for 2.5 years.
More familiar with it.
Yep. And that's
I'm sure that Manicore is probably going to take it over. I would think.
I would think so.
Yeah.
Yep.
And like I said, they're 1 and 1A, choose who's where, because they're that close to each other. You can't go wrong either one.
Are you switching back to the stock coil on either one of them just to see what the difference might be?
I started it that way. I started running them both with the 11s.
Okay.
Then I decided, okay, I've done this area. Now I want to go back to that area and I want to drop it down to the 9. And I'm going to play around with the tone breaks and stuff. And lo and behold, I'm still finding silver out at that parkway. And I got to be closing in on, since I've been hunting out there, over 100 silvers taken out of that parkway.
Well, there ain't nothing wrong with that.
No, like I said, I got 6 at that permission. I'm on 67. 61 of them have come out of the parkway.
Wow.
And this thing is 3/4 of a city block wide, but it's like 6 blocks long. And
wow,
you got a lot more to find yet.
on the other side of the road, the main drag that is there, if you go on the other side of it and go in 1 block, there's the same thing again, just not as long as the one on the east side. But there's the same parkway on the west side. That's probably 3 blocks.
Oh, you got a lot of ground to cover.
And them 62 acres on the permission. I think that's going to pretty much take care of my time.
Should. Well,
that's all right, though. It keeps you out of trouble.
Yes, it does. Keeps me spending money.
Well, keep building it up. It'll come out sometime that silver is going to be worth more than what you spent.
Well, you know, I put all of my silver coins, as like Josh seen, in the coin holders.
Yeah.
And I staple them in there. So 1, protects the coins. But 2, when I give them, you know, when my granddaughters take them over, I want them to have to do a little bit to get to their money. So they got to pull all them staples out of that stuff. Because I make sure I put 4 staples in each holder.
There you go.
So at least they have to do a little work to get at it.
There you go. Well, you can always go out somewhere and bury it in the yard and tell the girls it's out in the yard. There's 2 detectors. Go find it.
I've had them in their backyard, and I brought some of the halves, like the clad halves from certain, you know, club hunts and stuff. And I give them each a pinpointer. They have a blast. They have a blast with that pinpointer going along. So they're only 3, but they get the concept. You know, they understand that. They're a little young to hand a machine to, but they know them pinpointers.
This last month, our club buries a lead bar. Every time it gets found, it gets reburied. Well, the granddaughter, Russ's granddaughter, he was helping her, but you got to follow the clues, and she goes everywhere with Grandma and Grandpa. She's maybe 4 now. She found that lead bar and turned it in, and she got a 1-ounce silver eagle for it.
Oh,
and
that's
she's
awesome.
pretty sharp. She goes out and detects.
That is awesome. Yeah, I would like to see when these get a little bit older if they could come to the beach with me.
There you go.
Out there.
There you go, Grandpa.
They're twins, so.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Grandpa's not broke.
That's because he keeps his stuff off to the side.
There you go.
They were here a couple weeks ago, and I brought that the ring holder out, Josh. The one that had them all. Oh boy, were they digging through there! And I have two child's rings that I found. One is gold, and it's a Victorian era ring.
Oh wow!
Nice.
It's got 2 little turquoise stones in it.
Uh-huh.
Well, one granddaughter put it on her finger and it fit her.
Oh, lost that one.
And then I had a silver one that I found that fit the twin. So I told them, no, you can't have them, but they have a father-daughter dance that my son will bring them to. And I'm going to let them wear the 2 rings.
Oh, now how cool is that?
And the other one wants to wear this. She wants to wear the necklace. Yeah. So I was like, okay, you can wear the necklace too. But I'm going to have to tell my son, make sure you keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
There will be no refinding that stuff.
No, not right now. That's a nice chain, by the way.
Yes, it is.
That thing's crazy.
Yeah. So, well, has anybody got any other questions that you want to type in for Randy? Oh, Ohio Relic Hunter wants to know, what tools does Randy use for researching a site?
I don't use any. I just find a place like the Parkway, or I go to parks or the beach.
Boots on the ground.
I've never learned how to use those map sites.
There you go.
Boots on the ground.
Yeah, I basically stay in parks. And like I say, that big Parkway area, and town owns that. They're not going to say nothing. They've been by.
Yeah.
I've never learned how to use the map things.
Well, and sometimes it's not necessarily as much the maps as it is the old stories.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, and I'll give you a good example. Not far from me, there's a farm field. But if you drive by it on the road, you see these 2 concrete columns, 2 block columns. And a lot of people don't realize what those columns are there for. Those columns used to be there to mark the drive that went back to a house.
Oh, wow.
Back in the late 1800s, a tornado came through the area and completely demolished the house.
Wow.
But a number of people hunted that field for decades because the owner of the house had been a coin collector.
Oh, and the tornado scattered the coins.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy.
But to just drive by, other than them columns, it looks like just a farm field.
You'd have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sleeper site, if you didn't know the stories.
Wow.
Illinois Digger. Randy, this is Illinois Digger. Randy, get a hold of me. I'll show you how to use those maps.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, I bet Frank Juarez would too.
Uh-huh. Oh, you're in the Frankie kingdom there, man.
I'm pretty sure I can go through the chat after it's all done, right? Can I go back and look?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you may have to click on the play live chat, but yeah, the comments are always there.
Now, is Illinois Digger, is he part of IMDA?
That I can't tell you. Tim, are you
I'm
part
not
of
sure if he's
IMDA?
over there or not.
He's up in Wisconsin, Randy,
Oh, okay. Okay.
or right on the edge of it. Get the right
Yeah.
place.
Okay.
Not officially, he says.
Yeah.
Well, I think he just wondered if maybe he was on the group page.
Well, I didn't know what Illinois Diggers. I didn't know if maybe he was a part of the club, and then I could get a hold of him through there too.
Ah, I see.
ORH just put you up a marker, Randy. It says, "Hi, Randy. This is the point where you said you were going to go back and read the chat. LOL." Yeah, Tam, I said wrong.
Yeah. I mean, that's why they call him Ill Digger.
Yeah. Well,
Oh.
he's up north in
Yeah.
Illinois.
But we can certainly get you in contact with him one way or the other. I'm pretty sure I've still got Tim's email address.
That or something like even through Messenger or something, that would work too. Any of that way.
Yeah.
Look me up on Facebook. I'm there.
Right. Yeah. He's not hard to find.
Nope.
Which reminds me, like I said at the beginning of the show, you had sent a photo of your finds.
Feel free to do what you want with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I'm not sure. Yeah, Tim's not on Facebook, but I've got his email address, I'm sure.
Yeah, everything below the necklace was this year. And
Right,
everything up above it would be all Deus 2 property.
That's why I thought, well, I should probably explain that at the beginning of the show that, you know, people may have gotten a little confused, but everything below the bracelet is this year's finds. But
yes,
man, it's a pile of finds no matter which way you cut it.
Yes.
And actually, the ones that are up on the back and the top, they're groups. There's Mercs, there's Roosevelts, there's Indian head pennies, there's V nickels. I mean, they're all in groups. Barber dimes. I think I found 8 barber dimes last year. 18 Indian heads. 18 or 24 Indian heads. I got to count them again.
Cool.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
barber.
And folks will see, I'll add that picture to the thumbnail of the show and to the podcast side.
Sure.
These are stacks of 2x2 flips. And there's some nice stacks.
Yeah, it's been a good run. Been a pretty good 2.5 years now that I've been back into it steady. You know, from the time I started with the F-75 and switched over to the Deus to now with the Manicore. It's been a good 2.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
So.
Good. Well, I don't see any fresh. I'm not even going to ask that, ORH.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that sit.
You agree with me then? Okay.
Randy can see that in the chat replay.
Uh-oh.
So it's all in fun.
Yeah. Well, he knows how the chat gets sometimes.
Oh, I know it. I know it.
Definitely. But yeah, you have definitely done very well for yourself getting back into the hobby. Nothing to be ashamed of there, and continued success next season.
I hope so. I sure hope so.
And then hopefully Chuck can get those mana core settings to you, and maybe you can try them out a little bit tomorrow.
I will definitely, for sure, for sure.
As soon as we're done talking, I'll try and snap a photo.
Okay.
And then you can expand and read it.
Sounds good.
All right.
All right. Well, Josh.
Yes, sir.
Coming down to the end here.
Yes, sir.
So
I thank you guys for having me on.
No problem.
Well, thanks for dropping in there and sharing everything with us, Randy. If I get a hold of Tim's email address, I'll get that off to you so you can reach out to him.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Take care, my friend.
All right, you too, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too.
Thanks, Josh. Bye-bye.
We'll see you. Yeah, I will try to get that email address off to him. Chuck will try to get the mana core settings off to him, and that will take care of that. And then there was one. So we'll see what we can do with all of that and see how things go with that. Definitely. Either way, little bit of feedback there. Crosstalk on the show. I tried to adjust mic settings. I just could not get that crosstalk isolated on Randy's channel. But that's the way it goes sometimes. So, let's see here one more time real quick. Maybe one more time here real quick. Rolling out on the show. See what we're looking at. Gold is $4,213 even. Silver, $53.70 an ounce. Nice. Always good to see. Come on, 60. We'll see what happens. Either way, if you enjoyed the show, throw us a like, you hype the video. You can follow us here, Beyond Sight and Sound, live streams Wednesdays, Sundays, 8 p.m. Eastern. And then usually within 24 hours of that, goes over to the podcast distribution side. You can follow us here on YouTube. You can follow us Beyond Sight and Sound on Facebook, Metal Detecting Beyond Sight and Sound Facebook group. All the wonderful podcast distribution services. Join us on one of them, all of them, or none of them. The choice is entirely up to you, but we're glad you joined us here tonight anyway. I think that covers it. If you're in view of the Northern Lights, enjoy. We're out of here. We sure are glad you found us here tonight. Thanks for dropping by and joining in. If you like metal detecting, treasure hunting, gold prospecting, or even entertaining discussion, check us out Wednesdays and Sundays, 8 p.m. Eastern, on your favorite podcast distribution services.